All right, Skate Nerd Scott here. Do you remember? August 1997 issue of Transworld Skateboarding. This is a photo issue. The photo issue I always look forward to. I'm excited to go through this. All right, starting it off. Tracker ad. This was typical for Transworld in the 90s, the inside cover tracker ad. Ron Chapman on the Hawk truck, just TR UK. Silicone injected. For longer grinds. Ron Chapman doing a trick here that looks like it could be a clip nowadays. I mean, maybe not a photo or an ad, but definitely a clip. That's clip worthy. I mean, could be. If you, I mean, maybe if you wore like a crazy ass outfit. You did that in a crazy ass outfit, you're guaranteed to get in the next, I don't know, whatever fucking trend of the month video. Sheffy. Ooh, that is a big 50-50. Chet Fernandez. Chet Childress skating rails, apparently. Aaron Harrison, the real me. Yeah, this is when shit got real aggressive. Is that Rune? Yeah, Rune is tweaked. And is this a Sturt photo? Daniel Harris Sturt, yep. He doesn't even need fucking context in this. No context needed. The photo is guaranteed to be sick. Contrast that with this photo of Matthias Ringstrom. This was actual footage. This is an actual contest. So even though this looks photoshopped, like he's just fucking pasted on top of this crowd, I don't think he is. I think this is a real photo. Why did they Photoshop this shit up at the top? Weird angle to shoot that picnic table from. But I guess when you're just doing picnic tables all day, no other choice. Krieger, nice switch frontside pop shove, which I don't think that is. I think that is a switch hard flip. Just, you know, yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory right there. This is an interesting time, this little sliver in time where 23 existed, maybe like 97, 98. It looks like he's doing maybe a fakey nose grind or a front 180. Dope shoe. I had this in a dope green colorway. One of my favorite shoes I've ever had. Action. Who is that? Gino? Switchback 180. Ugh. Blurry photo. Wow, they just like... Gino footage was in high demand and short supply at this point because... Look at this shit. Look at this blurry ass photo that they're running, and they're just like, no, let's make it high contrast and make it real red, white, and blue so it matches the logo, and then it'll be like part of the branding, you know. Castel, Alfonso Rawls, Castel, Alf looking good as always. Like this fit is sick. Doing a pretty cool board slide on this rail. No context for the landing. Why did they cut that off? I don't know. Shoe's looking all right. Cab squatting it out on a 50-50. Yeah, this shoe was like real popular, but I wasn't into it. I don't know. Jam sandwich. Who do we got? Helmet. Millencolin. Pennywise. Sick of it all. Just classic skate punk. Chris San just doing an ollie and looking like he's like falling asleep. That is so sick. What a sick photo. Shorties, that was in the Shorties video. Josh Casper from Blind. Destructo. Jeremy Ray. That's a high crook. I love that. I like footage on that ledge. Oh, 2 Ron Chapman ads in 1997. What are we even doing here? He's looking fly though. He's looking good. Kalis. Gap to nose blunt at the blocks. That cannot be a make. There's no fucking way. I mean, even if he got into that, he's not fucking sliding that shit. I mean, maybe, but show me the footage. I want that. That is one I'd want to see the footage of. Brian Amers, switch front nose on a tall ledge. That's like, Brian, put down the 40. We need a fucking ad, dude, right now. Oh, Seek coming soon. Oh man. Oh no, Seek was that was the name of the tour. This is the name of the tour. It's not even the brand yet. Pig. Somebody for Pig doing a frontside air. Do we know who that is? That looks like Daewon. Good job, guys. Good job on labeling the guy in your ad that's promoting your product. And also, he's not even facing the camera. Come on. Like, what are we doing? Okay, Keenan, nice. This ledge, real popular this time, as we can see. That's the second time we've seen it. Freedom Wig, boring video. I think I learned this from this because I would try to do them and I was not very good at them until right around 97. And I remember looking at this and seeing the way he leaned his heels and pushed the board forward. And that was like, just that visualization was like the best trick tip I could possibly get. Shred for life. So much amazing footage came out of this. I'm surprised more great photos didn't. Steve Barrow with a classic fakie ollie. That is, I love the color scheme here and probably like the filter that was used on the flash. That's very sick. All right, ooh, Dream Reality. Great video, on the other hand. Laban for Invisible, doing some high concept bullshit. Invisible 2000, 3 years early, all right. Tom Boyle, signature shoe, looks like trash. And also this little TB right on there and like collegiate lettering. This was when they were handing guys like him pro shoes and telling them that, yeah, you're on the level of Tony Hawk. You get a pro shoe. You're right up there with Cab and Tony. But I mean, he's fine. Tom Boyle's fine. P.D. Martinez for Neighborhood. Sick. All right, gnarly. Josh Beagle for Duffs. Yeah, show me the footage of that. I want to see that. I mean, he probably did it. Terrible shoe. Look at we got like 6 different materials on the shoe and they all look like trash. None of them go together. There's like Joe Pino doing a 50-50. That's all this dude would do is 50-50 bars. Johnny Zhenguinin. Just backside nollie onto a handrail. I did this trick recently, just learned it on a curb. I still had him in mind. Ripping vert. Ripping street. Look at that switch heel over that thing. Regular old lip slide, but sick 8mm camera sticking in the frame. It looked like somebody photoshopped his arms right in there. We got a still and a sequence of a nollie heel down that same long set in San Diego. Septuple kink handrail he did in the rhythm video. Very sick. Photo issue. Here we go. Dan Connolly with a very folded like a tortilla, switch frontside flip. That was in Shorty's vid, obviously. I remember thinking this was pretty sick, but like, why was it on like a 4-stair? This Jerry Fowler doing that big spin front board. Cut to 9 months later, Eric Ellington does one on like a 12-stair. You know, like this seemed like retrograde at that point, really. All right, Jeremy Ray with this. No one does that. No one did that. No one does that. Rick McCrank with like a front 180 over a pyramid. Very strange, but dope. He's wearing a kind of a dope fit. Very athletic. Rune wearing dope cargo shorts with perfect form on that. Kick, flip, back, lip, up the extension. Quim Cardona. Felix Arguez with a varial flip down that same set. That is the Transworld favorite. All right, Kenny Anderson. There's no way that's a make. That's not a make. Anybody can see that. Micah Matson. He was dope. Riding for Zero for a short time. Did not make it in... I don't think he was in any of the Zero videos. He had a 411 part. Ooh, Ronnie Bertino. Frontside nose grind in the rain. A hatless Kalis. Hatless Kalis. Ooh, another backsmith from Andrew Curry. Frank Arata, ollie over to tail slide on this ledge. I think the footage of this looked cooler because he was like leaned way out and somehow still did it. Eric Popecki with a back tail. I need more Popecki content. Dan Rogers, a 50-50 180. Ugh. At least he's wearing a dope fit with those camo cargos. Kyra Froster with another very folded. That's more than folded. That is flopped. That is a switch frontside flop. Ed Salego, his famous water gap. Stacey Lowry doing a 50-50. That's did a lot of those. Aaron Harrison, melon grab into that thing. I always thought that was really gnarly. Very Very pretty photo, but pretty standard everything else. Brian Sumner from Liverpool. Greco, back tail. There, that's not a make, right? That can't be a make. That looks like a front blunt. That looks like when you ollie into a back tail on a mini ramp, like too hard, and it like tweaks upward. This Danny Montoya nollie front crook, I remember seeing that sequence and the footage and thinking like that was pretty weak, and like wondering why that was even in here. Thing is, that was pretty forward thinking for the time. You know, it took a little bit to catch up with me. Mike Carroll, ollieing some dudes. Ollieing some dudes, it says it right there. Dope late shove it. God, that he made a late shove. It's look really cool right there. And what a fucking dope fit too. Look at that. God, that's half of the joy of looking at these. Is like, I mean, some of the graphic T-shirts were like really not great, but overall, like some of the looks are just so classic. Shiloh Greathouse looking really puffy in his puffy era right here. Danny Wainwright just doing a drop in. Yep, when I think Danny Wainwright, I think drop-ins. McCrank doing a frontside flip revert, otherwise known as an El Nino. Jeff King front board. Whoa, that's a tall front board. That's like a Cairo front board right there. Eric Ellington 50-50. I mean, I guess that's pretty creative for 97. Rolly with a switch frontside 180 kickflip, as they called it. Why did they call it that in this caption and not in the others? That is very strange. Also, very folded looking, just really kind of folded slash flopped. Not much better than, not much better form than Cairo's right there. Joey Bast nollie heel flip. This does not look like a make, and this one in particular may not be, but I think he did do that trick. I think that Costin with a back lip from an unusual view on that one Venice bridge. Interesting. That can't be a make. I mean, it's just like a back lip and then like popping out in the middle of the ledge, maybe. Greg Hunt with a big nose slide. Lenny Kirk backlipping a picnic table with the filmer in the way, is somehow like hopping on the board like it's the start of a line. Yeah, I you know what? I didn't need to see that footage, and I didn't really need to see that sequence. Laban, what are you doing? Poisoning himself for what? For reef shoes. The shoe is not even silver. Bullshit. Unit. 2 fish shoes. Ugh, gross. More shred for life. Kevin Taylor, kickflip, fakie, real big. Look at that. Stylish. Cairo, Foster, checkout. He was 19 years old. Very interesting. Oh, Skateboarding back when he only had one black arm. It was just like the half sleeve. It looks like he's wearing like a compression sleeve. It's crazy. And nothing really about him. Like, he was like intentionally a mystery. Oh, censored by Transworld. All these shorties boards. The GI Victim series. Holy shit, there is no way you're getting away with these days. Those are brutal. There's no way. If a company did this, they would get canceled so fucking fast. Like, not even in the way that, like, ooh, they're canceled, they're in trouble. No, they would be banned from skate shops. Like, you couldn't sell their boards. Dead. That's a good ad. Mouse 96 to 97. New production coming. This could be you. Get your own pro model through Acme. Holy shit. What a fucking scam. Acme just throwing everything at the wall. It's crazy. Okay, so what takeaways do I have from this? Lots of like peak trends happening. Handrails are taking off, a lot of 50/50s, a lot of Smiths, some fashion trends that like aren't very gross, really. Some camo though, maybe a few cargos, but pretty tasteful overall. And switch frontside flips obviously are really huge. A few of the same spots that always show up in Transworld shit, obviously. Photo issue. I was always super excited for a photo issue around this time, and definitely some heavy hitters, and showcasing some dudes that are gonna make a name for themselves in, you know, the next year or so, really.